Hi everybody, Moshe Kafri, and today's subject is positive motivation versus negative motivation. What works when you train a dog? Well, my philosophy is that the combination of both positive motivation and negative motivation will get you the best results and create a very balanced, trained dog. Now, what is positive motivation? Examples. Well, the first one that comes to mind is food. Any kind of high value treats like chicken, tuna, cheese, ham, hot dogs, any of these. Not the regular ones that you buy, the dry ones that you buy in the store. If you really want to motivate your dog to work for you and please you, that's type of high value treats that you need to use. Another way to train your dog in a positive way are games. You know, tug of war, right? The teaser. Any kind of toy that can motivate the dog that wants to go crazy and go and please you and do what you ask him to do.
Finish. Good boy. Front. Center. Front. Finish. Good boy. Front. Good girl. Center. Good girl. Front.
Yes. Yes. Out.
Ready?
And another way we motivate dogs through playing is a bite pillow. Usually we use this to perfect and make the dog bite a full bite, a better bite when we teach protection. But at the same time, it's a great toy if you use it right, if you aim it right, if you tug it right, because otherwise the dog can get one of your hands and your fingers instead of the bite pillow. Ready? Out!
Out!
Ooh,
Out.
he's fast.
Now, on the other hand, you want to reinforce, because what we all know, and I tried it for several years, that all positive does not always work in a permanent way. You can get to certain results, it takes very long, but the results are never permanent, because if you have a high value treat in your hand, right? but the dog see a squirrel or another dog or another human being and he wants to run and play, at this point your high value treat does not matter to the dog at all and he will take off and run. So in order to enforce both, we use negative motivation. For instance, regular color, you pull on the dog. Another one, choke color. Another one, prong color. And another one is remote color. All those are negative ways of reinforce on the dog what you want him to do and have him respond to your commands. Now, my preference is remote color because there is no damage caused to the dog, not mentally and not physically.
So the first thing that everybody knows and we always use is the regular collar, right? And the 6-foot leash. So those two, you put it on the dog, everybody knows it. We control him, walking him around, controlling with the leash. On dogs, that this does not too effective, we move on to something more aggressive. It's a choke collar, like this one here, okay? This. Or another choke collar is this one, that you put it like, Alpha, come here, like this, and you pull here. And so again, choke collar will get the job done on a dog that is a little bit more stubborn and harder to train, and it's more effective than the regular collar. They don't have that much leverage. The next thing will be a prong collar. And prong collar, as you can see those teeth here, not only you can make it as a choke collar, when you put it on and you tighten it, it basically goes into the neck. And not too pleasant for me, definitely not that pleasant for the dogs, but it gets the job done because it sends a strong message to the dog that he better obey. Now, let's talk about the next one, which is a harness. And the harness, which actually we call in the training world an agitation harness, is basically meant to agitate the dog when we teach protection. The agitation harnesses, their sole purpose is to train protection dogs. And the last one that I'll talk about is remote collar. So remote collar, or what people call shock collar, or people call correction collar. There's many names to it. I call it remote collar because you use a remote to transmit a signal to the collar and to correct the dog. So here's the transmitter, this is a collar, and this is another way of training dogs. Now,
all those are negative ways of reinforce on the dog what you want him to do and have him respond to your commands. If you like to get the best results in dog training, you need to combine positive motivation with negative motivation, and when you work with both in a balanced way, you get the best results, and you have a great companion living with you for many years to come. To conclude this, until next time, the Difference Maker Dog Trainer, Moshe Kafri, at your service.